Good morning, geometry students. Today we're going to look at lines and angles from your text in section 3-1. So, as far as lines are concerned, we're going to look at parallel lines, perpendicular lines, and skewed lines. We want to understand what they are and how we represent them when we draw them. So for parallel lines, what we're talking about is lines that never intersect and they exist in the same plane. So we have line A, AB, and remember when we draw a line, we need to put the arrows on top. Now to write that line AB is parallel to line CD, we use this notation, 2 bars up and down. This tells us that line AB is parallel to line CD. If you look at the drawing here, line EF is parallel to line AB. EF and AB will never meet, will never touch, but they exist on the same plane. Remember, when we identify a plane, we say plane, and we give it 3 points. So we would do A, E, F. So both lines EF and AB are on the plane EF, and they will never intersect. That means they are parallel. When they are parallel and we want to write that on a diagram, we use arrows. So we use an arrow like this. Now we know, looking at this diagram, that lines EF and AB are parallel and will never intersect. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines intersect at one and only one point, and they will make a 90-degree angle where they intersect. So if we want to say on our chart here, line EF and line EA, these two lines are perpendicular to each other. We can write that on our chart. We can use the little symbol that tells us there's a 90-degree angle. And in our notation up here, to say that line EF is parallel or perpendicular to line EA, we write it like this, an upside down T. So we're just saying that there's one line and the other is parallel. You do not need to write the little 90-degree symbol. Just writing that sign right there tells us these lines are perpendicular. The last one of the lines are skew lines. These are lines that do not exist in the same plane, and they will never touch each other. They are not parallel lines. They exist in different planes. For instance, EF, on our example here, EF is on plane DEF. Now we look at line AG. Line AG is not on the same plane as EF. It will never touch the line EF. It will not cross it. There's this space in between the two planes. So AG is on plane ABC. These two line segments, or these two lines, we call them skew lines because they will never touch. They are not on the same plane, yet they are not parallel. The last one we want to talk about is parallel planes. And just like the lines are parallel when they never touch, and they are in the same plane. Two planes are parallel. Remember, the definition of the plane is that it extends forever in every direction. So plane DEF extends forever. Plane ABC extends forever. These two planes, because we have right angles here, Those two planes extend forever, but they will never touch each other. Therefore, they are called parallel planes.